comfortable. His club wants to continue to play well down the stretch.
I think that's a smart tactic to have. You want to make sure that your girls are focused and ready and not letting up.
Here's Jada Allen to serve, and we're underway here in Raleigh. Miami won in straight sets in Coral Gables, and a quick kill in the middle for Ashley Carr, the senior middle out of Illinois. It's a Miami team that offensively top 5 in the ACC in kills per set, and here's the queen of the Hurricanes, who has a little extra bedazzlement pre-match. Flor Marie Heredia Cologne. 4.2 kills a set, right up there with Olivia Babcock as the best in the country here in the ACC. That service error evens the score early. NC State without 2 big pieces, Sophie Groom and Kate Peterson, so running more of a 5-1 offense today. Good service from Naomi Cabello. That one's cleared by Rodriguez. First attempt dug out on the Courtney Bryant swing. And Cologne, who goes big into the net. How important is that NC State block this afternoon?
Definitely huge. You want to try to minimize the space that these Miami hitters have to find to their defense. That is going to be an integral part to try to slow down their offense today.
When these teams met on November 8th, Heredia Cologne 20 kills in a 3-set win. That was a season high in a 3-set match. Out of the back row, the Pack now on offense with a tip from Lily Cropper. And an illegal touch. So 4 touches point NC State. Naomi Cabello in her 85th career match for the Wolfpack. That serve just out, and a point for Miami. A Wolfpack team that came in 9th in the ACC in aces. Had a good weekend against SMU, but serving very important today.
Absolutely. You see, obviously, Cabello, a miss serve, but close. You can see that she's trying to serve the outside hitter who's pulling back into service seat for Miami to try to get them out of their flow of their approach. Dead swing on the ball. Courtney
Bryant tools the block. First kill for the NC State pin hitter, who's playing all 6 rotations this year. There's Bryant in the back row, who shined against Florida State, had 17 kills. And without Groom today, this offense will run through Bryant and Rice. First swing for Nia Anderson, the senior middle. Rice back in system on the right side, heating up. Amanda's been red hot, 4 kills per set. What makes her so dominant?
She's so quick when she swings. NC State setters really shoot that set back very quick. So that's how she's able to make a lot of these kills. Not only does she have a strong arm, but she's able to beat the block because she is so quick.
Good tip. Saved there by Brizard. Rice offhands to Heredia Cologne. And here's Anderson. Down line for the kill. Nice start for the senior middle. Anderson shined against Clemson. That was her debut after missing 5 matches. Miami beat Georgia Tech in 5, swept Clemson over the weekend. And now Rice, 1v1, misses wide. Early hitting error for Rice. This is Grace Lopez, dominant lefty with an amazing float serve, top 5 in aces. Good effort from Lopez. Cabello goes outside, and Brizard kept up. Anderson on the tip to Cabello, so out of system. And Brizard hits it in, but then overruled by the head referee, so point Miami. And Luke is going to challenge this. Take a look. Anything there, Grace?
Seems like NC State must have been confused if there was a touch on that ball, but clearly if you see that slow motion replay, it doesn't quite look like there was a touch on the Miami's block.
Michael O'Connell, our lead ref today. So Brizard terminates from the opposite side. Second kill.
Great job by NC State there. Obviously, kind of a odd mix-up there in that last point, but they came back focused and determined to put that ball down quick.
Broussard riding 10 career double-doubles. She was excellent in the SMU match on Friday. Anderson hot from the right side, 2 early kills, and for a rotational 4th arm, what a weapon for Miami.
Absolutely, and especially knowing that Miami is going to her out of system. There's an NC State double block camped out on her, and she's able to find those seams so quickly.
This guy Stokes forced to set that. Good effort on the dig, and that's into the tape. Love the work on the back row, though, of Neilani Feliciano, the Texas product.
Yes, what an effort by Miami. That ball's coming so quickly, but their blocker was able to turn around quick and ready to play as soon as they came down.
Neilani, who dreams of being a pediatric PT out of college, showing her balance right there. Amanda Rice on service for the Pack. Lopez from the back row. That pick is a huge option for Miami today.
She's got such a strong arm from the service line, front row, back row. Having as many options as an offense as possible is going to be a key to their success tonight.
Heredia Cologne gets the accolades, but Grace Lopez, 3.5 kills per set. They're both in the top 10 in the ACC in scoring. Now the float serve from Moisio. Broussard the touch, that finds the floor. Good start for Ava Broussard.
Great work by Broussard there. Really smart play on her, seeing there's such a tall block on her and knowing she hasn't had a ton of success with full swings. Finding that smart shot, really trying to make Miami work for it.
Lucas Slabay's club at 9-9 in the ACC. They need a couple of wins here in the final week from a tournament standpoint. So a joust won by the setter, Ariana Rodriguez. It's been a neat story, the redshirt freshman finding her own here in year 2.
Absolutely. Talking to Coach Kandara prior to this match, he says that she has been such an integral part and a very consistent player on the court, both from an emotional and a physical standpoint, and has been a very big key to their success, especially in their Georgia Tech win.
Heredia Cologne blast to the back row. Savannah Vaughn led this offense at 10 assists last year, but Rodriguez finding her rhythm today. Rodriguez continues to serve, testing the Pack line. Oh, good dump. Cabello, regular kill.
Great shot by Cabello. You can see her looking kind of over her shoulder, seeing if that block's on her, and she finds that spot to put it down. That's
a dump set Cammie Minor at Stanford has mastered, maybe the ACC setter of the year, but Cabello having some great numbers down the stretch. 8 assists per set. Rodriguez gets her turn. And another kill for the highest swinging arm in the conference, Flor Marie Heredia Cologne.
What a great tip off the high hands of NC State.
Flor Marie had 20 kills when these teams met in late October. So Rice into the block. This has been the challenge for NC State, finding offense outside the right, and Broussard gets a net touch, so a point Wolfpack. What have you liked about the balance of the Pack so far?
I think NC State has done a very good job of spreading their offense between the pins. Obviously, they have Amanda Rice on the right side, who has been a strong hitter for them throughout the season, and Courtney Bryant as well, but they're doing a very good job of keeping it pretty balanced and trying to make Miami think about who they're going to set.
Here's a back set, and that's into the net. 2 hitting errors for Heredia Cologne.
Yeah, that's often sometimes a hard thing about these big sets or the quick back row set is you thread this fine line of whether the set's a little too low or a little too high to still allow them to get that ball over the net yet still be aggressive.
Anderson's turn. Touches, no hands at the net. Looked like it from court level. And do you want to challenge this if you're Keno Gandara? He's going to.
If I'm Miami, I'd take any opportunity, especially this early and this close in the match so far. Take as many opportunities as you can if you think it's going your way.
Looked like that'd be on Cropper if anyone touched it. And for Coach Gandara, 12 years now at Miami. Not only has he come with All-American accolades himself as a player at Santa Barbara, he is completely
Miami is
retooled
challenging
this
that there was a
program.
touch on the call. The original decision is no touch.
That's our R2, Callie Davis, explaining. But what a nice coaching job this year for Coach Gandara.
Absolutely. His team has shown success from the very beginning in their preseason matches all the way through this second to last match of ACC play.
Miami's tournament resume got a huge boost Sunday with that 5-set win over Georgia Tech. It's the third top 25 win for the Hurricanes.
Now, that if I'm the NCAA committee trying to pick those bubble teams who's going to be the last few into the tournament, and I see a resume like Miami's with those very high-ranked top 25 wins, that's definitely a very strong indication that they are a little what they call the smaller bubble than the bigger bubble of the teams that are still on that edge of making the tournament or not.
So give me a sense here with the fingertips of Cropper. Typically you'll see a lot of movement there if there's a touch. Referees are looking at a lot of angles. I do wonder if Cropper got her hands on this.
Definitely a little hard to tell at this angle, but you really want to look for a fingertip movement.
I'm going to put you in the Judge Judy chair. What do you think?
Ooh, I don't know. It's almost too close to tell. And again, to be able to overturn a call, you need very clear evidence of a touch.
Looks like Callie has her decision. Each coach awarded 2 challenges. You win the challenge, you keep it. And if it goes 5 sets, each club awarded a bonus challenge. Here's Callie Davis with the ruling. Okay, there is a touch. There's Callie explaining it on the microphone.
Call is reversed. Point Miami. They will retain their challenge.
Good to see the personality of a referee, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And great work by Miami. Coach Gandara trusting his players when they turned to him and said, Coach, we saw a touch. Please challenge that. And him having their back.
What a start for Nia Anderson. 3 kills on 6 swings. And she's the 4th rotation with Ava Carney out. The Wake Forest transfer unavailable today. It provides a lot of options here for the Hurricanes. Yai Rosado on service. Cabello goes middle, and Heredia Colon keeps it alive. Cabello back set. It's Rice through the block. 2nd kill for the state senior.
What a great job by Rice. Like I touched on earlier, the sets to the right side for NC State are very quick, and she's able to swing so fast. She finds the seam between the blocks before they press over the net, finding success in that inside seam of the block.
Amanda Rice, 3.5 kills per set. That's also in the top 10 in the conference. As Bryant serves along. Back and forth at 5 lead changes, 4 ties in this first set.
So far, that's 2 service errors for NC State. They are obviously a very strong serving team across the ACC. That is going to be a very key part of this game for them to stay clean on their errors, especially with Miami being so clean on theirs.
Anderson off hands, hits it long, and Nia Anderson heating up. 4 kills, 8 swings. What's allowed the right side to dominate today?
Miami's great digs and passes, in system, out of system. They have put up a great ball that their setter is able to set all their options. And that has really shown some success there. So as long as they can put up a good ball, their offense can go to work.
Rice through the double. And Kelowna able to save it. Amanda Rice going swing for swing with Nia Anderson.
Again, great job by Rice finding that seam of the block.
Miami's middles have been a bit slow to cover that shot. And a service error here for NC State. What's the adjustment for Bianca Lulich in those middles here for the Hurricanes?
If I'm Miami's middles, I'm looking to maybe stay in the middle, if not cheat a step to the right or to their left to NC State's right side, knowing that they're going to look, Bryce has found a lot of success. They're going to look to go to her in-system, out-of-system like they just did.
And then Lulich
make that
makes the adjustment.
Makes that adjustment.
And we'll take the media timeout. San Diego native Bianca Lulich, the early block. Back and forth here in set one.
Her hitter connection, I mean, that's proof right there in the numbers of how great this offense flows on Miami's team.
Ariana Rodriguez nearing 1,000 assists for the year and a service error out of the timeout. What's kept this set so close? 5 lead changes in set one.
I think both teams are being very aggressive on their offense, and yeah, they're swapping errors back and forth, but it's out of aggression, out of trying to be competitive.
Amanda Rice on service. She's got 3 kills for the pack. Heredia Colon looks to cut it tight and into the tape. Anytime a setter gets an assisted block, it's always a smiling moment up front.
Absolutely.
With Grace Irvin, who played a lot in the back row here, DSL at NC State on Evan Budrovich. An ace for Rice and a good start of the service line.
Great job by NC State. Very tough float serve. Sort of uncharacteristic of Miami's libero, but you know what? NC State is a tough serving team, and they're bringing it all out tonight. Average
2 assists per set, 2 aces, I mean. Rodriguez the back set. Lulich misses long. 2-point lead, Wolfpack. That's 6 hitting errors for Miami in set one. Amanda Rice, one of 6 seniors honored today for the pack. Misses long on serve.
Definitely not the way you'd probably want to end a service run here, but you know, sometimes they call it a good service miss when it's that close to end line, making Miami's service eve think about whether they're pass it or not.
Alani Moisio goes into the net, back and forth with these errors, which makes you think this match is going to come down to precise serving today.
Absolutely. You know, both teams have kind of been trading errors back and forth, so the team that is able to minimize those as much as possible moving forward is definitely going to be the one to secure the win.
2 clubs that desperately need wins before Selection Sunday, and Sydney Daniels, the Raleigh native, in to serve. Rodriguez out to Heredia Colon. Daniels the bump set for Bryant, who beats the block. What a nice swing.
Great job by Courtney Bryant. Tracking that ball from over behind her right shoulder is a very difficult ball to track as a hitter, but she's able to get around it and still take a rip at the ball.
Right side offense, so important for the pack. We've noted Rice, but adding the pin hitter. Now a good serve for the pack. Heredia Colon misses long. A rare set, negative hit percentage for Heredia Colon. And a timeout, Miami. We're going to take the timeout. NC State on a 7-1 run, largest lead of the set. We got plenty more volleyball after this timeout. Here's Duke. Sydney Daniels continues on service. Heredia Colon out of the timeout is dug up. Rodriguez takes swing. Stokes there. Broussard through the block. Point NC State for Bryant.
Smart decision by Cabello of NC State. You see Jada Allen pulling that middle blocker, creating that seam for Courtney Bryant to take a rip on the ball.
Daniels blasts one deep. Lopez from the back beats a triple block. You don't see that too often in ACC volleyball.
Not at all. NC State knows how much a threat their back row attack is, so they're trying to put up as much of a block as possible, but it is no match for Grace Lopez.
That's a shot that Bianca Bertolino has executed at Georgia Tech. And here's Lopez, a first-team All-ACC honoree. On this end, Bryant goes over the double and a hitting error for NC State. Out of the timeout, Miami, 2 straight points. Hurricanes swept the Wolfpack in bonus points down in Coral Gables a few weeks ago. What a nice dig by Rodriguez. Heredia Cologne gets a hand. Oh, now overruled. No touch. And that's what Coach Keno Gandara is asking. Oh, yeah. I think the Mo's right.
Definitely looks like there was a touch on Cabello's right arm. Definitely a very good call by the line judge.
There is a touch, so point Miami.
You know, what a great job by the line judges. These balls are coming so quickly, and for them to be able to identify that, especially such a minor touch, but definitely still there when you slow it down.
And a timeout for Lucas LeBay. So now this swing point makes a difference. 3-0 Miami run. What's been the difference for the Hurricanes here late?
I think Miami, after coming out of that timeout, they have minimized their errors and been a little...
A year ago with 20-plus wins. This year, it's about resume. And 2 ranked wins, looking for 2 more. Daniels return serve. Rice from the 10 into the net. It is ruled a touch, so point stays alive. Heredia Cologne on the tip to the floor. And that's 4 touches, point Miami. I think the Hurricanes would have won the challenge, too. There was no touch at the net.
Yeah, it was a very close call. But, you know, from our angle here, I would have said it was probably no touch as well. But good on NC State for still trying to stay engaged in the rally.
Miami has won 4 straight. Flipped the script out of the timeout. But a service error gives it right back. Miami runs a 5-1 rotation, but a new setter comes in. The 5'5" Elenis Vieira replacing Rodriguez. And here's Jada Allen, who surpassed 400 career blocks over the weekend. Nice serve. Heredia Cologne into the back corner. What a swing from the All-ACC arm.
What a great out-of-system set as well. Coming from that left side. And what a great rip. Very patient on her approach and finds that deep corner.
Miami has flipped the script late in set 1. Bryant goes deep. There's a kill for NC State. 5 kills for Bryant.
NC State and Miami are trading deep corner shots. That is one of the most difficult balls to defend as a defensive unit.
Courtney Bryant is up to her scoring by over a point per set now in year 3. New setter in, right in system. Good swing from Ashley Carr.
Great job by Miami getting their middles involved. You haven't seen much of them yet this set. Maybe some slides here and there, but again, that just goes to show why you want to get your middles involved as much as possible.
Miami by percentage in the lower third of the ACC and feeding the middles. It's been a good start tonight. Cabello goes to Rice. Nice dig by Vieira. Lopez, 1v2, and the cut shot works.
What an amazing sharp cross swing by Lopez. You know, at 6'1", she's got an amazing vertical.
Coach Gandara's club's won 5 of the last 6 points. Bryant's been red hot. That goes over. Now Bryant again. Off hands and a kill.
Very smart shot by Bryant there, being able to use the offside hands of Miami's right side blocker. Very, very smart shot by her.
And here's set point for the Wolfpack, who were swept in Miami. Courtney Bryant serves it out. Vieira, back set. Lopez kept alive, and Miami evens.
What a great swing by Lopez. Miami has found a lot of success going to that right side, and if I were them, I would continue to feed her here, trying to chip away at that lead.
Lopez with 4 kills and 3 digs. Remember, win by 2, so we got bonus points coming. Lopez on service. A rocket top serve out, NC State set point.
Definitely not an area you want to see this close to the end of the set, but a very, very aggressive serve by Lopez.
Sky Stokes for set point. Lopez from the 10 dugout. Brizard off hands. NC State wins set 1. Wolfpack hit 250 at an important start here in Raleigh.
What a great job by NC State. Definitely able to minimize their...
We have seen a couple of hard-hitting errors, too. Which puts us on tap for set 2. Miami swept in Coral Gables. NC State wins 1 here in Raleigh. Nice dig by Rodriguez to start the second set. Another good dig from Daniels. There's Bryant going off hands. Like an EDM concert, let the bodies hit the floor on this first point. That Bryant puts away. Nice swing down line.
Again, great job by Bryant. You know, she's getting a ton of sets, being very out of system. Phenomenal defense by both teams in this rally. But she's able to find that line seam, that narrow seam there, able to put it down.
How about 7 kills on 14 swings as Bryant continues to serve and delivers an ace. It's the Bryant day.
She can do it all.
Bryant, who had 15 kills at Wake, that was her breakout effort at the start of November, putting on a similar show with her team's postseason life on the line. Good swing in the middle from Lulich. Rice tips, great save. Over ball, Lulich plays it. Already a Cologne dug out by Bryant. Rice into the double. That's cleared. Miami in system. Heredia Cologne touches. Excellent effort, Stokes. Rice off hands.
What a swing by Rice, able to tool the outside blockers' hands of Miami. But let me just shout out Sky Stokes for a second. What a dig. Both teams have been showing some amazing defense this rally, able to get their hitters the opportunity to take those swings.
NC State on serve in a conference with Elena Scott, Riley Farrell, some great liberos in this league. Stokes putting on a show, and there's a kill for Lopez. Yeah, voting for Libero of the Year between Chimay and Scott. And what we've seen today, that's going to be a real tough decision for the conference. Bryant out of the back row, scooped out. Lopez to the back row.
What an amazing swing by Lopez. When you have a left-handed swinger, it's often very difficult sometimes as a blocker to find that lineup. And it looks like NC State just almost too far inside the block, giving Lopez a great large seam to swing through.
Rice's turn from the left, dug out. A matchup of elite lefties. Brizard into the back row. Heredia Cologne the touch. Campfire save, but it goes out. And there's 5 kills for Heredia Cologne.
And Heredia Cologne definitely playing a lot cleaner this set. She's finding success, mixing up her shots.
After 4 hitting errors in set 1, a much better start in set 2. Rice into the double, that's kept up. NC State playing a lot more in system today than we saw in Coral Gables, leading to a hitting error from Ava Brizard.
I definitely agree. They are a little bit more in system here on the serve receive, even though Miami is serving very tough. So it's not due to a lack of aggressive serving.
Miami 5th in the ACC in serving. Pitt leads the conference, no surprise there. And Brizard touches the back corner, point NC State.
Great swing by Brizard. Miami almost seemed very certain that was going out, but she was able to thread that needle and find that end line.
Yeah, good call. Line judge with the assist. That serve misses long. Wolfpack 5 service errors today. This match, though, both teams have 5. Feels like a tight serving margin game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They're both serving aggressive, both kind of trading back and forth errors, but there's enough, I feel like there's enough aces and play there that it doesn't seem like it's been that many errors.
Sam Erger's SMU team, statistically the best serving team in the league, and that's why they have 2 big upset wins over Nebraska and Pitt. Only team to do that. What a rocket. And that's rolled out of play. Point NC State, Broussard. Because come NCAA tournament time, if you can serve it really well, you cause a lot of problems.
Absolutely. It's the one aspect of the game that you have the most control over. There's no other outside force that could affect it. It's just you and the ball.
That serve creates an overball and put away. That's Jada Allen with her first kill.
What a great swing by Allen. We haven't seen much from the middles on NC State's team today, but it seems like she was very jacked up on that swing.
Allen now guarding the front no. There's a good middle swing from Carr. Broussard off the tape and off the hands. Point NC State.
Again, great swing by Broussard. We saw Broussard, we saw Amanda Rice using the outside hands of these Miami's blockers. If I'm Miami, I'm really wanting to focus on pressing in my outside hand into the court when I'm blocking.
Rice with a rocket serve. Lopez beats the double. 3.5 kills per set. Lopez heating up.
Again, what a strong, having that strong left-handed hitter. You have a lot more ability to hit those tough shots from the right side of the court than if she was a right-handed hitter.
Broussard unloads and is roofed. First block for Ashley Carr. And she's loving it.
Great adjustment by Miami on Broussard. And obviously you see the success right there from Carr.
Miami is a team, pretty good blocking club, 8th in the ACC. Julia Haggerty of Boston College leads the entire country in blocking. As that roll shot sneaks over. Cabello gets a hand on it. Rice from the back goes cross court.
Good choice by NC State going back row to Rice. You know, they don't typically set out of the back row much, but you know, kind of took Miami off guard there a little bit, going to Rice in the back row.
Between Babcock, Lopez, and Rice, 3 elite right sides. These programs are all facing each other in the final week of the regular season. That's the strength of the ACC, not just pin hitters, but balance. And then the pin hitter puts it away. Second kill for Nia Anderson of the set.
You know, we saw Nia Anderson really being the strong backbone of the Miami offense in set 1, and it's been pretty evenly balanced, but she's definitely not to be forgotten. She's there, and she's definitely still a force to be reckoned with on the outside.
There's a dump and a kill for Cabello. The setter, whose younger sister gears up for the Louisville Pitt matchup of the ages tonight. He'll work from the older sis today. Jada Allen challenges on serve. There is a touch, and the head ref agrees. Touch at the net. And let's verify this.
Looks like there both was a net touch on NC State, but also the line judge called a touch from the block as well.
The ball can touch the hair. That doesn't count as a touch, but it must have got the hand there. That's what Lucas Slabé was asking. Year 4 here at NC State, fresh off a 22-win year, but did miss the tournament. Now at 14 wins. Need a couple down the stretch. Rice from the back row. She's been dangerous there. Flora Marie Heredia, Cologne, heating up.
Very smart choice by Heredia Cologne. Obviously that set was pushed a little bit inside. She gets her feet there and turns it line using the outside hands of Cabello.
Bryant hits it in. 8 kills, 5 digs. What a start for Courtney Bryant.
Absolutely. She has been such a big force at the net. Really good job by NC State here. Lily Cropper in the middle, pulling that block, giving Bryant that open space.
Lucas LeBay noted her amazing spring that's translated here to the fall. Now the top attacker for NC State. Cologne continues. Back-to-back swings for Heredia Cologne.
We're definitely seeing her heat up now and really show why she's ACC Offensive Player of the Week.
Fresh off a 29-kill performance. Rice runs all the way across the court. And with the way they run this 5-1, it forces Rice to move a lot, even to make contact.
Absolutely. It's whether in the 5-1 or the 6-2, having the right side blocker Rice come all the way around forces Miami's block to really think about and identify where their hitters are. They have to kind of slow down and make sure they don't lose her.
Amanda Rice having a good start, 6 kills. And here's Bryant. New setter Vieira in. No problem. Wow, 4-touching swing from Heredia Cologne.
Again, on the outside or the right side, she is a force. She is such a fast arm that even with a good block up on her, she's able to find any seam open.
Heredia Cologne on the float. Cabello goes middle. It hasn't been a huge option today for NC State. Lopez off hands. Back row into the roof. There's the middle of Cropper.
What a great block by Cropper. You know, haven't seen a ton of action from either middle this game, but again, wonderful lineup pushing into that right back seam.
And the facial reaction in slow motion tells the story right there. Anderson's touch is scooped. Bryant having a field day from the back. Anderson does the same, but misses hands. Point NC State.
A very good managed shot by Bryant. Really trying to be aggressive at the back row, even with that out of system ball, obviously on the third touch, kind of a scramble play, but really able to be smart about it and put it in the court aggressive.
Sky Stokes, the West Virginia transfer, with a good serve. Lopez, challenging block from Brizard. Touches. Over ball, won by the pack. Rice on the joust.
Very, very disciplined block of NC State here. Obviously, you see Amber Brizard pulling off from the block, recognizing that tip and able to play it up high. And then Rice again, too, understanding the space between her and those blockers and being able to be smart and pushing that ball off their block.
Largest lead of the set for NC State. And a service error gives it right back. This is a must-win match for Lucas LeBay's club. Have 2 top 50 wins. Miami is now 33 in the RPI. And with the top 10 SMU coming up in 2 days. Or pardon me, on Saturday in 3 days. Got to eat the turkey first. Moiseo's serve scooped up. Allen in system. Great effort. Cabello from the back row comes forward. Brizard tipped. Great dive, VR. Lopez into the body of Stokes. Rice through the roof. Point NC State. We'll take the timeout. Big by Stokes. And Brizard into the roof.
Great hustle play by Sky Stokes. Laying out, fully spread on the floor, able to get that ball up.
Carr with the stuffing block. Her first. Only the 3rd team block for the Hurricanes. Allen on the slide. Misses hands. Point Miami.
It's like NC State thinks that there was a touch on that, looking to Coach Slabe to challenge.
Luca will use his 2nd challenge. Both clubs are 1 for 1. Lucas LeBay, who's 2 ranked wins, as we noted in his tenure. Last year over Louisville, a big top 10 victory.
The original decision is that there was no touch. NC State is challenging that there is a touch.
Thank you, Callie Davis, as she'll look at the monitor for the replay.
Regardless of the outcome of the challenge, what a great swing by Allen. NC State definitely getting their middles more involved.
Oh, maybe the finger there of the middle.
Looks like the pinky and ring finger there on the right hand of Carr looks like moves just slightly when that ball moves past.
Well, as Beyonce says, if you like, you should have put a ring on it. I guess the ring finger may cost Miami this time. Keep in mind there are other cameras as well that the officiating crew can look at, not just these. So Callie Davis notes the touch, point NC State.
The call is reversed. There was a touch. NC State will retain their challenge.
Callie's getting some mic time tonight. It's been a busy night for the R2.
Absolutely. Good choice by Coach Slabay and trusting his team.
So both coaches have combined 3 for 3 on challenges. Pack maintaining a 2-point lead for most of this set. Miami, whose last loss was to #1 Pitt in straight sets. By the way, the Panthers, they've only lost 6 sets all year. Now 3 of those to SMU, but incredible season.
That's truly impressive for any program. To only have dropped 6 sets, that's almost unheard of.
SMU has 2 quality wins over Nebraska and Pitt as that swing goes along. It's the type of year that makes Sam Erger's club so dangerous with a top 10 ranking, too.
Absolutely agree.
These 2 teams want to solidify their shot in the tournament. A win would certainly help, especially for NC State. Anderson over the double with Ava Carney, not an option today. And a hitting error here for Brizard.
Definitely a tough ball there for Jada Allen to take a swing on the set. Seemed a little bit too low for her to be able to get above Miami's block. Trying to make a last-ditch effort to get it on over.
Only 3 hitting errors in the set for the Pack. They've swung well, and there's a service error for Miami. How do you close out these next 7 points if you're NC State?
If I'm NC State, I'm looking to be clean and aggressive at the service line. They found success in that in set 1 by serving tough and getting Miami out of system. I'd be looking to do that again here.
Here's Jada Allen. Flor Marie Heredia Colon has been quiet today. So then Lopez is blocked. Good hands, Lily Cropper.
Very disciplined blocking by Lily Cropper here. She sees it, she's off speed. Miami's taking a very slow approach, and she stays disciplined and keeps her hands up.
Known as Little Crop around the program. I want to know who Big Crop is.
I don't know, at over 6 feet, I don't know if I'd call her Little Crop.
How about Rice from the back row dugout? NC State blocking playing a factor today. That one goes through the block. Point Miami. Heredia Colon with their 9th kill.
Again, Heredia Colon, not only does she take great swings in the seam, but she's using high hands. NC State needs to be more disciplined on their block there, but she's able to use that to her advantage.
Yeah, Rosado, who has 25 aces, good server. That time the block goes out. So Courtney Bryant, this is an amazing start, hitting 400 through 2 sets.
I absolutely agree, especially with Miami being so aggressive with them, that she's able to have that much success in this match with how many sets she has been given is truly impressive.
Now Cabello. Wolfpack yet to have that signature win on its tournament resume. And Heredia Colon looks to keep it that way. Nice swing, she's got 10.
If I'm NC State, I'm trying everything here to try to slow down Heredia Colon. Try to put up as disciplined of a block as possible or get them out of system as much as possible, because she's been able to find success a lot this second set.
Bryant tools the block. It's back and forth. Bryant and Colon each with 10. A fun arms race today.
Absolutely. You have Heredia Colon, you have Courtney Bryant, but then you've got the 2 lefties going against each other here as well. It's a very balanced offense between these 2 teams.
Courtney Bryant's having a career match. Remember the 17 kills against Florida State in a 4-set battle. But this one's got huge tournament implications for Bryant. Vieira in at center. Lopez dug out by Stokes. And Leoniak is checked in for NC State. What a save, Vieira. Lopez off hands. Cabello finds Rice, who tools the block.
What great defense in this rally, but of course Rice does what she does best, finding a way to get that ball down, using Miami's block, cutting her arm across her body, and able to find the ground.
And then the defense of Martina Leoniak, who's battled injury all year long, sets up this kill.
Great work by NC State, being very disciplined and clean during those out-of-system balls, but still finding a way to get their offense involved.
Grace, you played on tournament teams and teams that haven't made tournaments at NC State. How does that urgency kick in late in a season like this?
When you know that you are right on the cusp, obviously you're fighting all season just to set yourself up for the best opportunity, but when the end is so close and it's in grasp, you almost get this second gear. You kick of urgency right at the end, and especially it being senior day for NC State, you kind of want to give it all for your seniors. If you're not one of the seniors on the floor, of course, they're high energy, emotional last game at home, but this is definitely seems like a very tight-knit team. They're wanting to play for each other.
And this is the final week of the ACC, so there's 7 ranked teams. You'd imagine those 7 are locks for the tournament, but Virginia, Miami, NC State, all in that precarious bubble. Now, Miami has 2 top 5 wins. That's kind of the differentiator. But if you're State and Virginia, winning these next 2 matches give you some resume boosters.
Absolutely agree. And the selection committee, yes, they look at those wins, but there are so many factors that even if NC State is able to secure 2 wins today and on Saturday, that could still put them over the edge to make the tournament.
Miami, meanwhile, has won 5 of 7, but in danger of dropping 2 sets. Lopez off hands. Good response from Grace Lopez. She has 8.
Okay, great job by Lopez here. Obviously a left-handed hitter on the outside. Definitely a different look for the blockers of NC State. She's able to find and utilize that to her advantage.
Lopez in year 2, nearly 800 kills. What a prolific 2 seasons.
Yeah, Coach Gandara has definitely said she has been a very consistent performer for them and has been a big part of their offense.
Lopez goes again, and Stokes there. Brizard, the touch. Vieira, pancake. Rally continues. Big Red, the swing, all the way to the roof. A block for the pack. Lily Cropper.
What an amazing dig by Miami here. Easy pancake up for her, going over, but Lily Cropper, of course, finding a great lineup on that swing, able to put that block down.
Cropper, a critical block. That's her 10th of the year. And no answer for the quick pipe play. That's Lulich.
Smart job by Lulich here. Obviously, Miami has not set their middles a ton, so I don't think NC State was expecting to go the quick one, but good job by Miami for choosing that set.
Bianca Lulich grew up in Croatia, played in the European Championships, and has lived in San Diego most of her life. Allen in system. Nice swing. Ashley Carr in the middles for Miami, stepping up late.
Absolutely. You see both teams starting to get their middles involved here, but Carr, of course, you know, that ball is maybe a ball or 2 balls length above the net. Very difficult ball to defend when it's coming that fast at you.
We talk pin hitters all day, but the middles all beyond her years as a freshman. And now Moisio in a serve. Cabello tight to the net. Big Red dug out, so they call her here at NC State. Rice tools the block, set point.
Again, Big Red finding success on the right again. She does such a great job of being a left-handed hitter. Of course, you have more options on the left side, but she's able to find that tool.
Set point, Wolfpack. Lopez into the block. Allen terminates set 2.
Great job by senior Jada Allen. Definitely pumped up on her senior day. What a block.
Well, NC State. Jada Allen to serve out set 3. There's Grace Lopez off hands. Miami in the first 2 sets, a 200 hit percentage. It's been the Pack swinging much better. Wilson back in at middle. And that goes out, hitting error for NC State.
Courtney Bryan looked like she was trying to use the block to her advantage and try to push that ball off the hands, but was unsuccessful. Miami kind of saw that coming and took their hands down.
Here's the adjustment for Miami. Dahlia Wilson, the Kansas State transfer, now in at middle, the 6'4" Terminator. As that error goes long. A rare off night for Reddy Cologne today.
I would agree too. First set, she definitely struggled a little bit. Second set, she was very strong, playing how she typically does. Hopefully she can continue that into this set.
Naomi Cabello serves long, and we're trading off errors early in set 3.
Smart choice by Nia Anderson there. You know, last minute split decision. That ball was very close on the line, but ultimately went out. Very good read by her.
That's Keanu Reeves Matrix-esque, to contort the body, avoid any last minute trouble. Good set by Cabello off one hand. Rodriguez the pancake. Lopez hits the antenna. Remember, she's a lefty, so that's nearly an impossible shot.
Definitely very difficult. Way to keep the rally alive by Rodriguez, but ultimately was still a little bit of a scramble and couldn't go their way.
Yeah, I don't know as a lefty how you get this in.
Yeah, definitely tough. Not many options there for her.
I know it counts as an error, but I don't want to count it in the stat sheet. It is her 4th error officially. So then Lopez says, I got you. There's a kill to the back row.
A great rebound from her. You know, obviously last shot was a little iffy, but obviously doing what she does best, putting that ball on the ground.
Grace Lopez out of Puerto Rico. This is an international flavored Miami team. Cabello goes middle. Nice dig from Rosado. Bryant unloaded from the back. Anderson down line, but misses wide.
Very close set to the net, but it was a very good job by Miami for still taking a rip on the ball. Obviously, when a ball is that tight, you want to be very careful, but she doesn't take anything off.
Miami, uncharacteristic 15 hitting errors. So Lopez battles into Stokes. Rice hits it in. Sneaks it past the line judge. Point NC State.
Great shot by Rice here. Turning that ball line. It's such a very difficult ball to defend. Miami definitely left a very large seam for her, knowing that she's more typical to hit cross.
How about Rice hitting 350 today? Rodriguez goes into the net. An ace for the Pack. What's been clicking here early in set 3?
NC State has been very aggressive and very clean. This is definitely, when you get two teams that are this competitive and this equally matched offensively, it ultimately comes down to a game of errors.
It's an ACC conference with 20 ranked wins, maybe the best conference in the country this year. And Sky Stokes is feeling herself. Don't be fooled by the lack of emotion. Lucas LeBay's got to like the start from his Pack.
Absolutely agree. He definitely can be very stoked, but never shies away from celebrating with his team.
Lucas' team yet to have a ranked win. Now this would be a receiving votes ranked win, but those all matter late in the year. A lot of work still to do though in set 3. Carr in system, nice swing, and the middle's more involved now for Miami.
Great job by Miami getting their middles involved here. You know, they've been struggling a little bit, getting their outsides and their right sides activated in this set. But Carr is able to bring the heat.
Carr has 5 kills, only 1 error. She's been excellent. So has Brizard, who terminates another.
Great job by Brizard. She is a player that has amazing energy on the court. Not only is she a phenomenal strong hitter, she has a great fast swing, but she has so much passion and energy when she plays.
Yeah, there's the passion and energy, all right. Brizard bringing her team to life. Heredia Cologne clears it. Allen on the touch. Nice save. That's in. A block for NC State.
Good job by NC State utilizing a very rare free ball. Easy free ball coming over from Miami, and they turned around it and dominate and be able to put that ball down.
It begs the question, where has this blocking been all year for NC State?
I know they've definitely cleaned up over the last 2 sets. They've been a lot more disciplined on their closing.
Right at the net. Cabello saves it. Lopez keeps it alive. Everybody battling in set 3. Into the net. A hitting error for NC State. And you think there for the Wolfpack, you want to play a little faster off that dig.
Yes, absolutely agree. You know, they found a lot of success in keeping their offense quick to create seams in the Miami's block to give them more options.
There's Moisio. Broussard unloads down line. What a swing.
Again, you see that energy coming out from Broussard, just ecstatic after that kill. That is a momentum changer right there.
I could watch slow-mo reactions all day.
Especially if it's Ava Broussard.
Broussard, who knows her team desperately needs a win. Final week of the regular season. Heredia Cologne off hands. Has been kept in check today. And a touch at the net, point NC State. Wolfpack in the set hitting 300.
That's very impressive, and it's even more impressive when you realize that it's a very spread offense. It's not just one hitter carrying the load. Broussard, Rice, Bryant, they've all carried a lot of weight here at the front.
Wilson, who checks in at middle dugout. Bryant misses the long. Only 4 hitting errors for Bryant today. You'll take that if you're NC State. I'm still perplexed by the chewing gum and blocking shots at the same time. Did you ever chew gum when you played, Grace?
Oh, no, I'm not that good at multitasking as Brian is.
Bryant anchoring the pack today, up 2 sets. Gets another swing. Rosado there to dig it out. Lopez unloads, and when the right side heats up, this Miami offense dangerous.
Absolutely, great swing by Lopez. Definitely someone they're wanting to go to as much as possible. Again, NC State unable to get a good block on her. She basically has open net to take a rip on that.
Lopez dominated when these teams met early in the year. 9 kills, 8 digs in that 3-set win. And now Sydney Daniels tying her shoelaces. You got to go double under there. You can't take any chances. Are you more of a bunny ears gal? How do you tie your laces?
Yeah, well, especially with long laces like that, I think you got to tie them at least 5 times.
Get those kicks on Route 66, and then hello, ace for Miami. And a timeout for Lucas LeBay. We'll take it. Wolfpack up 2, but Miami hanging tight in the 3rd, looking to push this forward. When we come back, make that kid up in a couple hours, that's for sure. Dynamic volleyball, and from a seeding standpoint, that could decide the #1 team in the country.
Absolutely agree. Regardless, it's going to be some great volleyball to watch.
Louisville, who has actually lost the ACC to Pitt 3 straight years, all in head-to-head. Little chance for revenge for Jeff Wall's club tonight. I wouldn't sleep on that matchup. Who's your pick tonight, Grace?
Ooh.
In Louisville, of course.
I think Louisville might take it. Playing in a home crowd, it is a tough gym to play in the Yum Center. I think that will definitely play to their advantage. They've been a very strong team, and I think they're hungry to win here, especially after the game earlier this season. Both
have made Final Fours the last 2 years, and here's an All-American candidate, Flor Marie Heredia Cologne, who picks up an ace. This off and off day, 11 kills, but 7 errors, and now her serving playing a factor.
You know, at least if you're kind of struggling in one area, you know, serving is one thing you definitely can control. There's no other outside effect. So definitely want to make sure that that's as clean as possible.
Bryant has to hustle, but that goes into the net. So Miami's won 5 of the last 6 points, changing this set.
Again, coming into the timeout, Miami's a good team of kind of changing that momentum, and they're very good at, you know, building those points together, especially when you're in a little bit of a deficit. That's what you want to focus on, is getting to the next point.
Cabello outside. Bryant the touch. Anderson to the floor. The senior putting it on the line. Back in the middle. Bryant terminates 12 kills. That's a team best.
You know, great job by NC State by utilizing this free ball. If I'm Miami, I'm not wanting to give NC State any more easy free balls or down balls. If we got to add a system ball, I'd want to make it as difficult as possible so you don't allow Bryant that opportunity like she just took.
Vieira in at center. Lopez tools the block. That'd be a double touch in yesteryear, but part of the new rules this season. And Heredia Colon pipes one long.
Heredia Colon there, obviously I think she might have started her transition a little too early, expecting that ball to be a little lower. So she was just a little lower on the ball there.
There's Naomi Cabello, whose younger sister, reigning freshman of the week for Louisville. They gear up for that huge matchup tonight. Bryant, another good dig, Rosado. Holding Miami to a 0 hit percentage in the set. And there's a tool of the block, point NC State.
Bryant finding success on the line ball. She's been going hard cross,
And
the last couple hits.
At the end there, a little bit of energy. The fourth-year coach knows how important this set is. You don't want to push this 4 if you're NC State. Anderson kept alive. The dump. Now Lopez. That's a bit behind her. Stays in play. Rice! What a cut shot.
Great job by Rice hitting the sharp tee shot. Difficult ball, Miami. No way they would be able to take that one.
4-0 run, timeout Miami. And Amanda Rice playing at a new level tonight. Miami hopes to be the 8th. They could use a win today. As Cabello serves out. Wilson, point Miami. This was a player that Coach Gandara was huge on. When Dahlia Wilson starts to put it together, a much better offense.
Absolutely agree. I'm hoping to see Miami get their middles engaged a little more. It's moments here and there, and they've found success every single time they've gone to the middle. I'm hoping that they can string that along a little more.
Coach Gandara modeled the play after Julia Haggerty at Boston College. In the late middle, it's developed. And he said, hey, if Wilson can take that step, she has a chance to be really special in the ACC. She subbed in moments, and now a quick question from Coach Gandara. Checking the substitution patterns. They're allowed 15 subs per set. Race to 25, win by 2. Verifying with the assistant referee about when Carr subbed in. Anything we're missing here, Grace?
Not typical. Often sometimes, especially when you have a libero going in and out for your middles, if you make a substitution and forget to sub back in, there may be some confusion on if that sub needs to happen prior to the libero coming in and out on the court.
That's what Callie Davis is explaining to Coach Gandara. It looks like we're all in the clear. That'll allow Ashley Carr to re-enter. Whose aunt played at Wichita State, and congrats to the Shockers winning the American Athletic Conference this week. Cabello goes to Rice. Amanda misses wide.
A very close miss, but a very good swing by Rice. She's found success there on that tee shot a couple times before, and she's looking to go there again.
And as any coach will tell you, only in horseshoes and hand grenades is close going to help you this time of year. Two teams that desperately need wins. Nice kill on the backside for NC State. That's Courtney Bryant.
Okay, good job by Bryant by using high hand to Miami's block, finding that middle seam. Looks like Carr was unable to get that close on the block, opening that seam to Bryant.
Wolfpack, 2 shocking set wins early. They have control here in set 3. Lopez into the roof. It's the Energizer, Brizard.
You see Lucas Labe sneaking in a high five to Brizard for an amazing stuff block.
If Lucas Labe's involved, you know something's cooking for NC State. And that's like me at Carowinds screaming on the 50-foot drop ride. Supreme scream. Anderson dug out. Brizard to the floor. Carr tools the block. Nice response, Miami. How do the Hurricanes build on this momentum?
Honestly, great swing. Using their middles, Carrs find success at any time they're in system. Obviously, their pins are phenomenal and can deliver a great kill, but I'd be getting the middles involved as much as possible. NC State has been struggling to get a good block up on them.
11 combined kills for the middles, and there's a hitting error, service error for Miami. Grace Lopez and this Hurricanes team, they've only been swept twice in the ACC. Florida State got them, and Pittsburgh had them earlier. Looking to avoid the sweep today as Anderson goes cross court. Brizard down line. Already a Cologne blast to the back row. Look who's back.
What a swing. Now that is what we're typically used to seeing out of Heredia Cologne. She's coming alive. Such a powerful swing. You can just hear the snap on the ball in the gym.
The points leader in the ACC adds a huge kill. She's nearing a double figure. Double-double, in fact. Brizard the touch. And it did not hit Miami, so point NC State. Wow, momentum is real quick here.
Absolutely. Tough ball by Brizard. The momentum, though, is shifting back and forth between these teams very quickly.
(18-16) now as Rice tools the block. Good response for her 13th.
Great job by Rice. In system or out of system, she's able to take such a great, strong grip at the ball.
A Baker's dozen of kills and then a serve into the net. We'll call that the mashed potatoes of this Thanksgiving feast. Although personally, you know, casserole, pies, you throw anything and I'm gonna eat it all.
Yes, definitely looking forward to a good meal tomorrow.
Not a big broccoli salad guy. You see people mix in the nuts and the berries, but everything else I'll eat. Tight third set here in Raleigh. As Brizard unloads. She's been a huge difference maker in set 3.
Absolutely great. She has had some very, very strong attacks and some very smart plays. But that energy, man, I mean, you cannot beat that. That is definitely going to help NC State push momentum here. Hopefully they can hold on to that.
In rotation, but the all-energy team for the Pack. Here's Heredia Cologne. Roll shot. That's well done into the campfire. Point Miami.
And that's where you see that discipline that Coach Gandera talks about with Heredia Cologne. If she sees that ball's a little fast, she pauses on her approach, sees there's no defenders there, and easily pops that ball in the middle of the court.
We went bonus points in set 1. State dominated the second set. Miami looking to challenge the Pack here in set 3. Heredia Cologne, another roll. That's dug out. Bryant to Rodriguez, so a bump set. Uh-oh, Heredia Cologne through the block. And here's Miami crawling back in set 3.
Heredia Cologne definitely feeding the momentum shift for Miami here. Hopefully they can hold on to that with this serve.
Caught Allen a little away from the net. Rodriguez a good serve. Allen the over ball. Heredia Cologne make it 3 straight, a touch at the net, and we're tied at 20. Timeout NC State. Wow, this set changed in a hurry, and it was one back row swing from Heredia Cologne.
Absolutely. And you see Heredia Cologne following that up with not only just one back row attack, but 3 more after that.
So in terms of the average points per set, Babcock now at 6 and Flora Marie, a challenging first set, but now 5 and then 6 kills in the third. She's found a rhythm here late.
Absolutely agree. And you see just now after those 4 points and how she's come back after set 1, why she is number 2 in the ACC for points per set. She is such a very disciplined hitter with her approach, her arm swing, her mechanics are what brings her success. She's very smart out of system, getting her feet to the ball, taking a high swing at the ball, but also knowing when to take that speed off and find a way to put that ball on the ground.
Flora Marie was absolutely dominant when these teams met in Coral Gables. She had 20 kills in that 3-setter. Today it's been a slow start, but an all-ACC arm is coming to life here late.
You know, especially in set 3, both teams tied 20-20. This is the time you want your hitter to come alive and to really find that success here, to keep them alive and push them to set 4.
Our bug op, Claire Gary, continues to drop nuggets today. 15 kills for Flora Marie. And if this Miami team wants to push this match 4, maybe 5 sets, it'll lean on an all-ACC arm right there.
Absolutely. If I'm Miami, I'm looking to go to Heredia Cologne as much as possible, in system or out of system right now.
Paula Gushing, a great opposite hitter, unavailable today. Ava Carney has been battling injuries, so it's a limited Miami roster. Hurricanes have crawled back in the third, and then Lopez tees off. Hurricanes take the lead.
And great job by Lopez. Yes, Heredia Cologne has been on fire, but Lopez, you know, there should be feeding her too. She has been a very consistent threat at the net throughout all the sets this match so far.
Lopez and Heredia Cologne now in double figures. Rodriguez, really good serve to Daniels. Miami playing in system late in the set. Heredia Cologne dug out and a kill. 16 and counting for the all-ACC stud.
Great job by Cologne. That set was a little tight to the net, but she was able to find that seam in the block of NC State.
Last ACC Player of the Year, Savannah Leaf in 2014. This could be a candidate 10 years later. Now an over ball. Heredia Cologne does it again.
Again, not only a force to be reckoned with as a hitter, but as a blocker as well. I mean, just look at the vertical on her. I mean, there is no way that she wouldn't be able to get that ball down as hard as possible, jumping that high.
Flora Marie can touch 10-6, which in volleyball terms is massive. 10-foot vertical. Back row, Rice. Miami makes the adjustment. Heredia Cologne. What a dig by Stokes to the floor. She twerked and then results in a point. What defense there, though, by NC State.
Such a great dig by Sky Stokes. She's made a lot of great ups this whole match, but that is, I mean, she almost goes straight leg down to the ground.
My lower back hurts watching that.
My hamstrings hurt, too, looking at that.
And I think Stokes goes immediately to the bench and takes a huge sigh of relief that nothing snapped or popped. Because that snap, crackle, and pop of Rice Krispie treats is amazing, but not when your body's doing it.
No, not at all.
You see Stokes there after the good dig. Jada Allen now in to serve. Off the tape, Wilson to the floor. The touch lands in. Set point Miami.
Again, Heredia Cologne finding a way to put that ball on the ground. Very smart shot.
And remember, NC State used their 2 timeouts, so Miami can serve out the set. Flora Marie, who has 35 aces this year, nearly 36. VR. Lopez dug out. Bryant keeps it in play. Anderson on the run, puts it in the middle, and we're going 4 in Raleigh.
What a great job by Miami, finding a...
Sitting on 13. And Rodriguez serves this underway in set 4. Miami in the third set did a much better job handling the pack offense. And we have a net touch here on NC State, so an early point for Miami. How do you handle these emotions, right? You win the first 2, you just drop the third. How do you handle this as a player?
You know, if I'm from Miami, I'm ready to keep the foot on the gas, not let up. If I'm NC State, I'm looking to regroup, see what we can improve on from the last set, and try to continue what we did best in the first and second set.
That's an illegal back row attack on the setter. She can't go over the vertical plane of the tape. So Miami with 2 convincing points early. And here's Ariana Rodriguez, who spent the summer with the Dominican Republic national team, serving one into the net. Keep in mind the Pack are without Sophie Groom, one of their middle/outsides, and Kate Peterson unavailable. So 2 starting pieces. Miami's without 2 critical arms today. Ava Carney unavailable, and other guys filling the roles. Real tight to the net. Good swing from Broussard. She gets the kill. Now in double figures, 3rd for the Pack with 10 or more.
Great job by Broussard. Her fast arm provides the opportunity for her to get those seam balls. Like you mentioned earlier, the depth of these teams, especially having so much injury, has been very impressive to know that they have been so successful offensively despite the injuries.
Nice defense there for the Pack. Wilson kept alive as NC State over 50 digs. Broussard does it again. Good touch by Rosado. Lopez tools the block. And here's Grace Lopez, a heavy swing load, but finding her rhythm in set 4.
Absolutely agree. Miami has done a very good job so far of kind of splitting that load between Heredia Colon and Lopez. And she has found a lot of success using NC State's blockers' hands.
This is the only tandem in the ACC, both in the top 10 in total attacks. Right now, Pitt has dominance, but it's balanced. Miami leans very heavily on Heredia Colon and Lopez, and they're stepping up today. Makes this Miami team real dangerous with a Texas and a Stanford win. And then Rice goes tick for tack with one of her own.
Definitely, like we said, battle of the left-handed right side hitters. Broussard is such a fierce competitor and has a very fast arm swing.
These right sides are fantastic. Expect to see both on the All-ACC team. Rice with the double-double. Lopez wants another kill, and it's scooped out. Rice off the noggin of Carr, point Wolfpack.
Lucky ball there, sneaking through the Miami block. Looks like they almost did not expect that to go through.
And Rice, who has stepped up at the right time. Multiple double-doubles in November. And then Carr goes quick pipe. That's an important shot for Miami's offense.
Absolutely agree. Carr, again, in set 3, every time she got set, she found success. So if I'm Miami in system, I want to look to go to her as much as possible.
Ashley Carr, the backup middle, getting starting time due to injuries at that position. Oh, good punch by Cabello towards us. Got to get back defensively. And Carr is roofed. It's Broussard.
What a lineup by Broussard. A solo block there by her. What a great lineup. And a great hustle play by Cabello.
And great awareness by our camera op, Bobby Welch down there, leading to this block. There's Bobby. He's got the guns out, so I think he'll be okay. Miami back in system. Good swing. We noted the substitute in the middle, and there's the outside. Anderson with the kill.
See Anderson on that ball. She almost hung in the air. Her vertical is so high, and she's so athletic that she almost hangs, and the NC State block is on their way down. Much easier for her to find the ground.
With Ava Carney and Paula Gushing unavailable, it's outsides by rotation. Bryant dug out. Over ball. And was that interference? It was not. Point Jada Allen.
The difference in there versus the play earlier where Cabello got called over the net was that ball was right in the middle of the plane of the net. Allen does a good job of being patient, waiting for it to go in the middle.
To your point, once it reaches that direct middle, both players can attack it. But if it's on the Miami side, you can't go over and interfere. The nuance of this race to 25, best of 5 sets, goes to 15 in the third. Or in the 5th, pardon me. What a stroke. 20 kills and counting for the double-double queen.
That is a difficult shot to hit, what they call a T to T. She almost hits the 10-foot line. And of course, smart shot by Miami, hitting to the middle, who's playing back row. Sky Stokes is out for that one half rotation.
20 kills, 11 digs for Heredia Cologne. Rice goes off hands, but they can't, well, they do find it. Out of bounds, Rosado's effort unavailable. It looked like Wilson lost it on the block.
Yeah, I don't think she expected it to be right above her. Usually you always tell your middle blockers to look up. As soon as you finish blocking, look up.
This is go time for both teams. 1 week from the tournament, Selection Sunday coming up. Lopez gets a touch, point Miami. Because of Virginia struggling right now at Carolina, they're about to lose that match in 4. It opens the door for one of these teams to earn a spot.
Absolutely agree. Even makes it even more important that these teams step up to secure the win.
SMU, Florida State later today, and then the big one tonight, Pitt, Louisville for the ACC title. As Bryant is dug up by Rosado. Heredia Cologne coming to life, 21 kills.
She has become an unstoppable hitter this set. In system, out of system, she's finding success. And NC State struggling a little bit to find a way to line up a block. She's really having a lot of open seams to take a swing at.
After 4 hitting errors in the first, it's been red hot for Heredia Cologne. Rice goes into the double and beats it. Amanda Rice was 17.
Again, Rice doing a good job. This is definitely a difficult rotation for NC State because Rice is having to run all the way around the court, so she's coming in a little slow, but she's able to still find a good swing on the ball.
And if we could see it from a wide angle on the next rotation, because her route to get in formation here, it's like a 30-foot run just to swing.
Yeah, she has to run around the serve receivers to get in her position to take a swing.
Now she rotates into the front row, so much simpler for Rice. Puts up a block and out of bounds, point Miami.
Look about my Miami there. NC State had a very strong closed double block up, but Rice's right hand was not pressed as much into the court as she probably needed it to be, and Miami took advantage of that.
It's been NC State's block impressive tonight, 7. But Heredia Cologne's had answers. Brizard the tip. That lands in. For Brizard with 11.
Vera just barely misses a pancake, almost identical to the one she made earlier in this match, but just barely misses it by the fingertips.
And that's like the slip and slides you had as kids, those big black foam pads you put in the backyard. Love the diving effort from the scrappy Hurricanes team. Stokes on service. Wilson in the middle. That finds the floor. And a nice swing from Wilson. Dahlia Wilson, my apologies.
Again, Miami, anytime they've involved their middles, I'll say it again, they have found success. Great job by them going to Wilson. And now Carr back in. Hopefully they'll get her a little more involved.
Dahlia Wilson, who grew up in Istanbul, Turkey, part of the national training team. Cabello goes outside. Brizard rips one, and a nice kill for the pack. Davis having a great fourth set.
Absolutely agree. She's such a high-energy player, very fast arm. And a great job by Jada Allen there, running behind the setter to pull the middle block, allowing Brizard a one-on-one on the outside.
Here's Rice into the net. This set has had a whole bunch of back and forth lead changes. And in a match where this could be a huge swing set.
Yeah, especially with NC State just needing one set, Miami holding on hopefully to push this to 5. Trying to minimize those errors is going to be key.
4 ties in this fourth set as Lopez rockets the jump serve. There's Rosado to the floor. Cabello, long run. Bryant from the back, kept alive. Haven't seen the Bick as much from NC State. Brizard touches hands. Heredia Cologne on the tip. Longest rally of the set. Brizard touches. That's up, still alive and down. Ava Brizard making things happen.
Very, very smart shot by Brizard. She's had to take some rips on the balls, take some roll shots, but ultimately knowing that that has been a very difficult ball for Miami to receive. Very smart shot by her.
NC State searching for the 5th tie of this set, as she now high-fives every single person in the front row. Meanwhile, we have a check on a shoulder here of Yai Rosado.
You typically expect shoulder injuries with your hitters, but liberos and DSs, some of the crazy moves they have to make to take the balls could result in some injury on the shoulders.
The Puerto Rican product battling through that pain today, and what an ace. Now we are tied at 12.
What a great serve by Sydney Daniels. She's been a very strong server for this NC State team, but finding that last quarter of the court is one of the highest percentage ace spots you can hit.
32 ties in this match. We got bonus points in the first set. Lopez unloads. Allen wins the joust. Good net play from the pack.
What a dig by Rice as well. That is a very hard driven ball coming her way. And smart job by Allen, knowing that all those players are congregated on the right side of the court, pushing it to the deep left.
Rio Wolfpack run. Heredia Colon into a triple block. That's Allen.
Jada Allen heating up here tonight at the net.
Timeout Miami after this roof. Jada Allen and the pack want to terminate this match in 4. Miami searching for a 5th set when we come back. Sunday and this final week of the regular season, all leading up to that last week in December. What a dig there. Texas, the 2-time reigning champs, still a threat, but not the top 10 team they were coming into the year. It's Pitt and Louisville's world as they meet tonight, and a quick kill out of the timeout for Miami. Who's your favorite in the national title race?
Ooh, I think it's going to be an ACC team this year. You know, I do love watching Nebraska play. They have such a great energy as a program, but there's a lot of contenders. I think it could be a Pitt, Louisville, or Nebraska would be my picks.
Those were Final Four teams from a year ago. Really good selections. That service error makes it a 2-point difference. I do think SMU, with the huge wins they have, Celia Cullen, elite setter, they beat not only Nebraska but Pitt. That could be a dangerous team as a hosting opportunity.
I agree. There's definitely some teams that will make the tournament that could definitely be some wild cards.
Meanwhile, here in Raleigh, Lucas Lebay's club needs a win for their tournament lives. That block goes out, point Miami. The Hurricanes with the win would all but clinch a spot with 21 victories. But back-to-back losses today and then Duke Saturday, it gets a little interesting down the stretch.
Absolutely agree. This is definitely that time of year where you want to be as disciplined as possible, especially for your team like Miami. It's a lot easier to lose, whereas NC State, you've really got nothing to lose. You got to go all out and win these 2 matches to try to bump up your resume.
Pack up 1 here in the 4th. This is Rosado. Bryant touches hands, point NC State.
Okay, great job by Bryant using the high hands of Miami's block. Not only did she grab the top fingertips of the block, but also the middle back defender.
15 kills for Bryant. 2 shy of her career best. Oh, pardon me, now 16 kills. That's in. Heredia Colon heating up back and forth with these pin hitters.
You know, great job by Miami. They're passing here. Cabello, what a very, very tough float serve, but they're able to find a way to get that up for their hitters to take a swing.
A Miami team that won in a reverse sweep over Georgia Tech on Sunday. Looking for the same here as Rice is dug out. Heredia Colon, roll shot. Great effort, Rice. Cabello over. Options, Rodriguez. Blocked, but out. Lucas Slabay considering a challenge. Let's see if this touched anybody. I don't think so.
Curious to think if Slabay is looking at the ball coming off the right arm of Heredia Colon, but I think that he looked to Rice and she said, no, coach, it didn't hit her.
That's where you want a player's honest perspective there. All tied at 16 here in the fourth. Rosado big with that battle injured shoulder. Lopez the tip, and it falls down. Wow, Lopez hung on for the very last millisecond.
Again, such an athletic move, and it just speaks to her vertical and her ability to kind of hold on.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah, that off-speed shot is very difficult to defend.
Timeout, NC State. And a 1-point lead now. Sneak into the tournament. Cabello tight to the net. Bryant dug out by the new libero, Feliciano. And that shot a rare miss for Miami. Point NC State.
You know, almost looks like NC State, or a rare miss by Miami, but they look like they were trying to use NC State's hands like they have found success previously.
Here's Bryant. Rodriguez middle, Wilson dug out. Brizard into the block. Pack with 11 kills in the set. No errors, and that continues. Incredible fourth set.
Good job by NC State staying in the rally. You see Amanda Rice ready on the cover for that ball. And of course, Ava Brizard using those hands to tool.
That snaps a Miami 4-point swing. Rodriguez tight to the net. Lopez bodied up by Stokes. A block, Lily Cropper. That's her 5th of the match.
What a great job by Cropper, getting close to Brizard and finishing into the middle of the court.
We talk so much about middles tooling their hands inside, and that leads to a huge stuff. 2-point Wolfpack lead. Lopez. Stokes has done everything. That hit the scoreboard. Play continues. The tip kept alive. Options Cabello. Overball put down, no options. Point Lopez.
And again, Cabello's in such a tough position there because she is back row. She can't jump up and try to save that ball, or else she could fall victim to interfering with the ball on the other side of the net.
Miami reverse swept Georgia Tech Sunday. That was a signature win for the Hurricanes. Here they are down 1. Really good serve. Brizard hits it long, and we're tied at 19. That's the first hitting error of the set for the Pack.
That's honestly very impressive, and you know why this game is so close is both these teams are being very aggressive.
And Lucas LeBay said, hold on a second, let's double check this. A challenge for the Pack. They're 2 of 2 today on challenges. Remember, if the match goes 5, each club gets a bonus challenge, so not a bad spot here.
The original call on the play was that there was no touch. NC State is challenging that there was a touch on the play.
You know, a tactic too by coaches here, especially when it's this late in a set, is sometimes if you may be out of timeouts or only have 1 and want to save, is sometimes use a challenge that may or may not be close. You may not think you'll win, to kind of give your players a little bit of a break when you've had a lot of tough rallies back to back.
I don't necessarily see a touch there, but you're right, maybe more the timeout part than anything else.
Yeah, they've had a lot of very good scrappy plays that have gone very long, maybe giving your players a little bit of a breather. And kind of ice out Miami a little bit, make them think about it, make the server wait. Could be a part of a tactic here to side out.
Here's the decision from Callie Davis.
Call is confirmed. NC State will lose their challenge.
Okay, so the Pack have 1 challenge remaining. Miami has 2. I like the mindset too, because if this match goes 5, you get a challenge anyway, so you might as well use it in this moment.
Absolutely. Give your players as much of an opportunity to take a breath and reset.
Lucas LeBay's club, who lost in 5 to SMU last weekend, looking to hang on here in set 4. Amanda Rice off hands, and a nice kill for the Wolfpack senior. She has 18.
Great job by Rice, using high hands of the block. You see Lily Cropper running in front, pulling that Miami middle, giving Amanda Rice that run-on-1 block to take a rip.
Amanda Rice with 20 digs and nearly 20 kills. A career high in digs by a long shot. Her previous was 11. An ace for the Pack, real close to the Pack line. Point NC State.
Strong serve by Sky Stokes. You know, a line-to-line ball that's a very difficult angle to pass, having to bring the ball all the way back into the middle court. She does a great job of pushing that line.
Sky Stokes testing this back line of Miami. Another good serve. That's into the net. NC State 3-0 run out of the timeout.
You can definitely see Miami had a good bit of momentum there for a little while, but NC State's bringing it back up and utilizing it, taking advantage of it.
8 ties, 3 lead changes in this dynamic fourth set. And you sort of feel like if you're NC State, if you want to make a tournament, you got to close out this fourth.
I absolutely agree, because the selection committee not only looks at your overall wins, but they look at the sets you win too. So beating a team like Miami, who's been very strong, has very strong wins in 4 sets, pretty decisive, would definitely be a big point on their resume.
NC State has dropped 5 of 7 coming in, but this next week, Miami and then SMU on Saturday, they have tournament opportunities before Selection Sunday, but as a player and as a coach, none better than this moment right here.
I couldn't agree more. Regardless of the outcome too, being able to finish out the season on strong volleyball, either setting them up to go into the tournament where it's going to be even more difficult, setting this momentum, playing 2 very difficult teams going into that, and same with Miami. NC State and Duke are 2 very strong teams that would carry them into the tournament well.
Here's what NC State's done well tonight. Feed Amanda Rice a ton, 18 kills to carry the load.
Absolutely agree. She has, throughout the season, been such an offensive asset to NC State. But you see that here. She's doing what she does best. She finds a way to get the ball on the ground, whether it's tooling high hands, finding the seams in the block, line, or cross. She has such a strong, powerful arm. It's very difficult to defend.
Career high in digs and nearing her season best in kills. Amanda Rice stepping up at the right time for the Pack. Her final home match here at NC State. Tell Big Red's a little exhausted running onto the court out of that timeout.
They've definitely utilized her a good bit in this match, and I assume we'd probably see, if this goes to 5 sets, that there'd be a lot more people looking like her coming onto the court.
Wolfpack out of the timeout, 3-0 run. Serving's been the difference. Anderson keeps it in. Rice again. That's kept in play. Leoniak, a kill. Wolfpack, 2 points in the match.
Great job by Leoniak. You know, she's obviously battled some injuries this season, but she is a very consistent and graceful player on the court. How she approaches the ball, she's very tall, so she already takes a high swing on the ball. Definitely an asset on the right.
6'3", right side, making a factor out of Poland. Rodriguez. Nice dig from Stokes, or sorry, from Cabello. Another good dig, Rodriguez. Blocked, Leoniak, match point.
Again, at 6'3", her ability to be above the net that high and press those arms back in the court, I don't know how Miami hits around that.
It's a 4-0 Wolfpack run, setting up match point. Stokes to serve. Misses long, so Miami must serve out. And this match far from over here in the 4th.
A tough way to end that service one, but what a great service run by Sky Stokes. That really pushed the momentum here for NC State in their favor.
Both teams need tournament resume defining games. And here's the serve specialist coming in, Milana Moisio. Miami checking its substitution patterns. Match on the line here in Raleigh. NC State needing a tournament-defining win. Moisio to serve. Wolfpack swing for the match. It's Rice. It's Big Red's World on Senior Day. And the Wolfpack get a statement win versus the top 30 foe.